For Sigma males committed to Stoic resilience and personal sovereignty, quickly identifying individuals to avoid is essential. These discerning men value authenticity and emotional stability in their social circles, steering clear of those whose behaviors contradict these principles. Sigma males refuse to tolerate manipulative personalities who might undermine their autonomy or exploit their goodwill. They're equally wary of narcissists craving constant validation, recognizing that such dynamics detract from their focus on self-improvement and meaningful connections. Drama-prone individuals who thrive on conflict are also avoided. Sigmas understand that such chaos hinders their pursuit of inner peace and clarity. Similarly, they distance themselves from perpetual pessimists, knowing that optimism and resilience are crucial for navigating life's challenges with grace. By actively identifying and rejecting these detrimental influences, Sigma males cultivate environments that support their personal growth and philosophical pursuits. They seek to surround themselves with like-minded individuals who respect their need for independence and share their commitment to integrity and emotional stability. This careful curation of their social circle allows Sigma males to maintain their focus on self-reliance and personal development. They prioritize relationships that offer mutual respect and understanding, avoiding those that might drain their energy or compromise their principles. In essence, Sigma males approach relationships with a discerning eye, valuing quality over quantity. They understand that their choice of associates profoundly impacts their ability to live according to their ideals. By maintaining high standards for the company they keep, Sigma males create a supportive ecosystem that aligns with their values and goals, fostering an environment where they can thrive while staying true to their Stoic principles. Number 1, in our journey through life, we often encounter individuals who seem determined to find fault in everything we do. These critics can be a significant drain on our mental and emotional resources, yet through the lens of Stoicism, we can learn to navigate these interactions with grace and fortitude. By understanding how to manage critics effectively, we not only protect our inner peace, but also strengthen our character. We all know someone like this, those individuals who seem to have a knack for finding fault in nearly everything around them. Whether it's your work, your choices, or even your successes, they rarely miss an opportunity to point out what could have been better. It seems like they don't have anything positive to say, and this constant negativity can really start to weigh on you, often diminishing how you view your own achievements. Epictetus, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is where Stoicism offers us a valuable perspective. Stoicism teaches us the importance of differentiating between what we can control and what we cannot. The opinions of others, especially critics, fall into the category of things we cannot control. What we can control, however, is our reaction to these opinions. Stoicism urges us not to be swayed by external opinions that do not contribute positively to our growth. Instead, we should maintain our inner harmony and not let such negativity disrupt our peace of mind. It's important to recognize that there is a difference between constructive feedback, which is meant to help us improve, and needless criticism that serves no purpose other than to discourage. Constructive feedback is usually delivered with respect and comes from a place of wanting to see improvements. Endless criticism, on the other hand, often lacks a foundation in genuine concern and can be delivered in a way that is harsh and demoralizing. As Seneca wisely noted, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." This implies that critics often project their insecurities and desires onto others, revealing more about their inner state than the actual value of their critiques. So how do we deal with critics in a Stoic way? It begins with understanding that their criticisms say more about them than they do about us. It's about maintaining our composure and choosing not to let their words affect our self-esteem. We can listen because sometimes even the harshest critics might point out something useful, but we do not have to internalize everything they say. We should sift through their words, take what is useful, and discard what is not. By doing this, we practice one of the core tenets of Stoicism, focusing only on what is within our power to change, which is our thoughts and our actions, not other people's opinions. In embracing this approach, not only do we shield ourselves from unnecessary negativity, but we also cultivate a stronger, more resilient character that stands steadfast in the face of any criticism, knowing that our worth is defined by our virtues and our actions, not by the often unfounded criticisms of others. In modern life, this practice is particularly relevant as we navigate social media, workplace dynamics, and personal relationships where criticism can come from all directions. By adhering to Stoic principles, we can maintain a balanced perspective, prioritize our inner tranquility, and continue to grow without being hindered by the negativity of others. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. This encapsulates the Stoic ideal of rising above petty criticisms and focusing on our own path of virtue and self-improvement. By internalizing this wisdom, we not only protect our peace of mind, but also set an example of integrity and strength for those around us. Number 2, in our lives, we've all encountered individuals who seem to be magnets for drama. These people don't just attract chaos, they thrive on it, dragging everyone around them into their whirlwind of issues. Their lives are a series of continuous crises, each more dramatic than the last. Being around them feels like standing in the eye of a storm, constantly dodging the emotional debris they hurl in every direction. This can be exhausting and distracting, diverting your energy from your own priorities and inner peace. A Stoic approach provides a powerful framework for dealing with such individuals. Stoicism, rooted in practical wisdom, emphasizes the importance of maintaining a calm and balanced mind regardless of external circumstances. Philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca teach us the value of equanimity, the art of staying composed and serene amidst the chaos of the world. They urge us to protect our inner tranquility because once disturbed, it can be challenging to restore. When dealing with drama magnets, it is crucial to remain calm and detached. This does not mean being indifferent or uncaring. Instead, it means understanding that getting sucked into someone else's drama doesn't help them and certainly harms us. It's about recognizing when a situation is not our battle to fight and when our intervention would only add to the chaos. By keeping a clear boundary between their turmoil and our peace, we safeguard our emotional stability, which is too precious to compromise. Practically speaking, how can you keep your calm around a drama magnet? Start by observing and recognizing the patterns in their behavior. Notice how interactions with them often escalate into heightened emotions or unnecessary conflict. Prepare yourself mentally before engaging with them. Keep interactions brief and focused, steering clear of topics likely to lead to drama. If you find yourself drawn into a dramatic situation, remind yourself of the Stoic principle. While we can't control the situation, we can control our response. Aim to respond with calmness and rationality, not emotion. In addition to calmness, Stoicism teaches us about the power of choice. In every interaction with a drama magnet, you have the choice to engage or step back. Each choice has its consequences, so choose the path that leads to peace rather than further disturbance. This approach not only helps in dealing with challenging personalities, but also enhances your overall ability to navigate life's unpredictability with grace and composure. To illustrate this principle, consider the story of John, who had a colleague who was a classic drama magnet. Every day brought a new crisis, and John often found himself caught in the crossfire, trying to mediate and manage the fallout. It was affecting his work and his mental health. John decided to apply Stoic principles. He began by observing his colleagues' behavior and noticing the patterns. He then set boundaries, keeping their interactions professional and brief. When his colleague tried to draw him into drama, John would calmly state that he could not engage at the moment and would redirect the conversation to work-related matters. Over time, John found that not only did his colleague's drama affect him less, but his overall sense of peace and productivity improved significantly. Reflecting on this, ask yourself, are there people in your life who bring unnecessary drama? How might you apply Stoic principles to protect your peace while still being compassionate and kind? Can you set boundaries that allow you to maintain your tranquility while interacting with them? Dealing with drama magnets requires a blend of calmness, detachment, and the power of choice. By recognizing patterns, setting boundaries, and choosing how to engage, we protect our emotional stability and ensure that our focus remains on our own growth and peace. The key lesson here is that our inner tranquility is a treasure that must be guarded jealously. By applying Stoic wisdom, we can navigate life's storms without being swept away, maintaining a serene and resilient mind amidst the chaos. Number 3, dealing with manipulators requires vigilance and resilience, as these individuals excel in subtly twisting reality to suit their needs. Manipulators exploit your kindness, generosity, and empathy, often leaving you feeling used, drained, or deceived. The frustration that comes from realizing your good nature has been exploited is a common experience. But how can we protect ourselves from such individuals? Stoicism offers a powerful framework for both protection and response. Consider the teachings of Epictetus, who said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This encapsulates the Stoic approach to dealing with manipulators. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of wisdom and self-control, two crucial tools in identifying and responding to manipulation. Wisdom allows us to see situations clearly, discerning the true nature of someone's actions and recognizing when their requests are self-serving. Have you ever found yourself doubting someone's intentions because their actions didn't quite match their words? That's wisdom nudging you to pay closer attention. Self-control is equally essential. Manipulators often provoke strong emotional reactions to sway your decisions. They play on guilt, fear, sympathy, or even love to make you act against your better judgment. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. By maintaining emotional neutrality, you prevent your buttons from being pushed and can see the manipulator's intentions more clearly. This emotional control enables you to respond with rationality rather than impulsively. Justice, another Stoic virtue, involves treating others fairly and expecting the same in return. Recognizing manipulation is a signal that fairness and respect are absent in the relationship. Keeping your distance from manipulators is not just self-protection but a stand for justice in your interactions. It communicates that deceitful tactics are neither effective nor welcome. Assertiveness is a practical strategy to fend off manipulators. Be clear about your boundaries and enforce them consistently. When you confidently communicate your limits, manipulators find it harder to exploit you. Keeping interactions factual and free of unnecessary personal information also minimizes their leverage. Imagine you're in a conversation where you feel your boundaries being tested. How would you assert yourself? Perhaps by calmly stating, "I prefer to keep this topic professional," or "I need more time to think about your request." This direct approach leaves little room for manipulation. Embracing these Stoic principles not only helps in dealing with manipulators, but also strengthens your character and enhances your relationships. By applying wisdom, self-control, and justice, you shield yourself from manipulation and foster healthier, more genuine connections. Remember Seneca's words, "As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters." Quality interactions based on mutual respect and transparency are far more valuable than numerous superficial ones. In dealing with manipulators, it's essential to reflect on your experiences and learn from them. What patterns of behavior did you notice? How did you feel during and after interactions with the manipulator? Use these reflections to refine your approach and protect yourself better in the future. Engaging in regular self-reflection aligns with the Stoic practice of daily self-examination, helping you grow more resilient and perceptive over time. Stoicism also encourages us to seek the company of virtuous individuals who uplift and inspire us. Surrounding yourself with people who embody honesty, integrity, and respect creates a supportive environment that makes it easier to spot and avoid manipulators. As Epictetus advised, the key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. By integrating these Stoic principles into your life, you not only protect yourself from manipulation, but also cultivate a community of trust and respect. This approach not only shields you from harm, but also enriches your life with meaningful, supportive relationships. So the next time you encounter a manipulator, remember the wisdom of the Stoics and stand firm in your values. Your well-being and peace of mind are worth it. Number 4, dealing with people who break their promises is a common yet frustrating experience we've all encountered. These individuals often start with enthusiasm, captivating us with their infectious energy when a new project or plan is initiated. They seem like the perfect partner, someone whose excitement can light up any room. However, as time passes, a frustrating pattern emerges. They fail to follow through on their commitments. Just when you need them the most, they are conspicuously absent, leaving you to pick up the pieces. This can be particularly aggravating, especially when you've rearranged your schedule or declined other opportunities believing in their promises. Stoic principles offer profound insights in such scenarios. A cornerstone of Stoicism is personal virtue, and one of the highest virtues is reliability, being true to your word. For a Stoic, a person's word is a direct reflection of their character. Keeping your commitments is not merely about fulfilling obligations, it is about embodying integrity and trustworthiness. As Marcus Aurelius said, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Handling habitual promise breakers requires a nuanced approach. It's crucial to recognize that while anyone can occasionally miss an appointment or need to change plans due to unforeseen circumstances, chronic unreliability often stems from deeper issues. Such individuals might not fully grasp the impact of their behavior on others. Here, the Stoic practice of empathy and understanding becomes invaluable. Strive to comprehend the reasons behind their flakiness. It could be overcommitment, poor time management, or even underlying fears of inadequacy that prevent them from following through. However, understanding should not translate into tolerating perpetual disappointment. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control. You cannot control someone else's actions, but you can control your reactions and how much you allow their actions to affect you. If someone repeatedly fails to meet their commitments, it might be wise to lower your expectations and depend less on them. This isn't about harboring resentment or seeking revenge. It's about safeguarding your peace of mind and investing your energies in more dependable relationships. As Epictetus wisely noted, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Valuing those who honor their commitments, as the Stoics value virtue, means actively choosing to spend more time with people who are reliable and trustworthy. Recognize and cherish the individuals in your life who consistently show up as promised. These relationships are the bedrock of trust, forming a foundation for deeper, more meaningful connections. When interacting with a habitual flake, consider gently addressing the impact of their behavior. A Stoic would approach this conversation with calm and clarity, not as a confrontation but as a dialogue for mutual growth. Explain how their unreliability affects you and offer suggestions for improvement. Often, a little awareness can prompt significant change. In our modern hustle, our time and energy are precious commodities. We must be discerning about whom we invest these resources in. Aligning our relationships with Stoic values ensures that we surround ourselves with individuals who uplift us rather than drain us. This discernment is not just about avoiding frustration, it's about fostering a life of virtue and tranquility. As Seneca said, associate with people who are likely to improve you. Therefore, in managing relationships with those who break their promises, apply the wisdom of Stoicism. Balance empathy with boundaries, control your reactions, value reliability, and communicate with clarity. These steps not only protect your peace, but also cultivate a circle of trust and integrity around you, enriching your life with dependable and meaningful connections. Number 5, dealing with people who view themselves as perpetual victims can be a challenging and emotionally draining experience, as these individuals often see themselves at the center of every misfortune. constantly recounting tales of their grievances and perceived injustices. They tend to believe they are never at fault and always suffering more than others, which can make every interaction revolve around their complaints and how the world seems to be conspiring against them. In such situations, the philosophy of Stoicism offers a valuable framework for managing these interactions by balancing empathy with self-preservation. Stoicism teaches us to empathize with others' struggles while emphasizing the importance of protecting our own emotional well-being. As Marcus Aurelius, the renowned Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, wisely noted, while we cannot control external events, we can control our reactions to them. This principle is particularly relevant when dealing with someone who constantly plays the victim. It's crucial to recognize when your empathy is turning into an emotional burden and to set boundaries that prevent you from being sucked into a never-ending cycle of negativity. Setting these boundaries doesn't mean being cold or dismissive. Rather, it's about maintaining a healthy distance that prevents their negative outlook from overshadowing your own perspectives and emotional state. A Stoic approach involves gently encouraging the victim to recognize their agency in changing their circumstances or reactions, not by dismissing their feelings, but by helping them realize their capacity for resilience and change. For instance, imagine you have a colleague who always complains about their workload, feeling perpetually overwhelmed and unfairly treated. As a Stoic, your goal should be to listen with compassion while also guiding them towards seeing how they might improve their situation, perhaps by suggesting they talk to their manager about adjusting their workload or trying a different approach to manage their tasks. This way, you're offering support while also encouraging them to take responsibility for their circumstances. Stoicism also teaches us to maintain our internal tranquility and rational thinking, focusing on what we can control, which includes our perspective and emotional responses. When the victim starts their familiar complaints, remind yourself that while you can offer support, you are not responsible for changing their view of the world. You can listen, provide advice when appropriate, and then step back to maintain your peace of mind. This balance ensures that you give others the empathy they deserve without compromising your emotional stability. Consider a modern example of a friend who constantly complains about their relationship, feeling victimized by their partner's actions. As a Stoic, you would listen empathetically, but also encourage them to see their role in the relationship dynamics, perhaps by asking if they've considered discussing these issues directly with their partner, or what changes they can make in how they communicate their needs. By doing so, you're helping them recognize their power to influence their situation while maintaining your emotional boundaries. Ultimately, dealing with perpetual victims requires a delicate balance of empathy and self-preservation, and Stoicism provides the tools to navigate these interactions effectively. By setting boundaries, encouraging personal agency, and maintaining your emotional well-being, you can offer support without being drawn into their cycle of negativity. Remember, while it's important to be compassionate, it's equally crucial to protect your own peace of mind, as this will enable you to help others more effectively without compromising your own emotional stability. 6. Dealing with prideful people. Let's delve into the 6th type of person you should never tolerate: the prideful individual. These people carry themselves with an air of superiority, often looking down on others, as if they hold a higher status. They believe they are better than everyone else and aren't shy about showing it. Whether through dismissive comments, condescending advice, or simply an attitude that subtly or not so subtly places others beneath them, this behavior can be quite off-putting, creating an atmosphere of discomfort and even resentment. From a Stoic perspective, this kind of superiority is misguided. Stoicism teaches us that true superiority isn't about social status, financial wealth, or academic accolades. It comes from living a life of virtue and ethical integrity. The Stoics believe that the best measure of a person's worth is their character, their ability to act with wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation, regardless of their external circumstances. In this view, belittling others is actually a sign of weakness, not strength. It shows a lack of the very virtues that Define true greatness when encountering the prideful Stoicism offers a grounding perspective. It encourages us not to be disturbed by their arrogance, but to remain focused on cultivating our own virtues. Remember, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent, as Eleanor Roosevelt wisely put it, which aligns closely with Stoic principles. Your self-worth comes from within, based on your own efforts to live rightly, not from how others perceive or treat you. Furthermore, when dealing with the prideful, it can be helpful to practice empathy, another Stoic value. Often such superiority complexes stem from insecurities or past experiences where perhaps they felt undervalued themselves. Understanding this doesn't excuse their behavior, but it can help you respond with calmness and compassion rather than defensiveness or anger. By doing so, you uphold your dignity and stay true to Stoic teachings, which value rational responses over emotional reactions. Think about it. How often have you felt superior only to realize it stemmed from your own insecurities in your interactions? Strive to exemplify the virtues you value. This not only sets a positive example, but also creates a contrast to their behavior that can sometimes lead them to self-reflection. If the prideful person's behavior becomes too detrimental to your peace of mind, remember that Stoicism also teaches us the importance of choosing our associations wisely. It's entirely within your rights and good judgment to distance yourself from those who consistently undermine the well-being of others through their arrogance. By embodying the true Stoic definition of superiority, which champions virtue over vanity, you reinforce the idea that real strength lies in character, not in a perceived hierarchy. This not only benefits your personal growth, but can also subtly influence those around you to reconsider their own attitudes and behaviors. How can you incorporate these Stoic principles into your daily life to better deal with prideful individuals? Reflect on this as you navigate your interactions and strive for a life led by virtue. What can we do when faced with prideful people in our daily lives? First, recognize that their behavior often stems from their insecurity. By understanding this, we can approach them with empathy rather than frustration. Consider the words of Marcus Aurelius: the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Instead of stooping to their level, elevate your response through calm and composed. Number 7, dealing with jealousy and recognizing the hidden resentment that can arise when sharing our successes with others is a common challenge in life, one that can drain our energy and disrupt our peace of mind. The jealous person, with their subtle coolness or negative remarks hinting at discomfort with our achievements, can be particularly draining. Stoic philosophy offers valuable guidance in recognizing, understanding, and dealing with envy, helping us maintain our equilibrium and continue on our path of self-improvement. Jealousy, often unspoken yet palpable, reflects not merely someone wanting what we have, but a deeper unease with seeing others succeed. The Stoics teach us to cultivate contentment with our own lives and focus on our unique paths rather than falling into the trap of comparison. As Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, underscoring the Stoic belief in the power of our mindset and perspective. When encountering envy, it's essential to remember that these feelings often stem from the other person's internal struggles rather than any genuine assessment of our worth or success. Stoicism encourages us to empathize with the envious, recognizing their discomfort as a reflection of their insecurities or personal challenges, allowing us to respond with kindness and patience rather than resentment or anger. As Seneca suggested, a wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be, without wishing for what he is not. However, empathy doesn't mean allowing negativity to undermine our well-being. While understanding their pain, it's crucial to protect our peace of mind. If someone's envy consistently brings negativity into our life, it might be necessary to set boundaries, not about harshly cutting people out, but about maintaining emotional health. Epictetus advised, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters," highlighting the Stoic emphasis on our responses over external events. To shield ourselves from the harmful effects of envy, we should foster an appreciation for our journey with its unique trials and triumphs. This self-contentment lessens the impact of envy, both in experiencing it and being its target. By focusing on personal virtue and progress rather than seeking external validation, we build resilience against the destabilizing effects of jealousy. As Epicurus stated, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. In dealing with the envious, we should exemplify Stoic contentment and compassion, demonstrating through our behavior that true happiness stems from within and remains unaffected by others' successes. This approach can subtly influence their perspective, potentially inspiring them to embrace a more stoic and fulfilled way of life. Our actions, driven by inner peace and virtue, not only safeguard our emotional state, but also positively impact those around us. By embodying Stoic principles, we contribute to a more harmonious environment, fostering mutual respect and understanding. As we navigate relationships, understanding that jealousy often masks deeper struggles, we can maintain empathy while setting healthy boundaries to protect our peace and encourage others towards a path of self-improvement. Embracing the Stoic ethos of focusing on what we can control, our actions, thoughts, and responses, and letting go of what we cannot, will fortify us against the negativity of envy and help us lead a life of contentment and virtue, inspiring others to do the same. As Marcus Aurelius eloquently put it, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Let our example be a beacon of Stoic strength and serenity, guiding not only ourselves but those around us towards a more fulfilled and harmonious existence. Number 8, dealing with people who like to gossip is a challenging aspect of social interaction that many of us face regularly. Gossipers thrive on the currency of rumors, relishing in the sharing of information that is often neither confirmed nor benign. They seem to find a peculiar joy in stirring trouble, watching the ripples of their words spread through social groups or workplaces. What might start as a seemingly harmless chat can quickly spiral into situations where reputations are damaged, feelings are hurt, and trust is eroded. Think about the last time you heard a rumor about someone you know. How did it affect your perception of them? How did it impact your relationship? This is the insidious nature of gossip. It infiltrates and corrodes from within. Stoicism, a philosophy grounded in principles of virtue, offers a compelling antidote to the culture of gossip. Stoics place a high value on truth and discretion, principles that stand in stark contrast to the nature of gossip. They teach us to be mindful of our speech and to consider the impact our words have on others. According to Stoic principles, every piece of information we pass on should ideally pass the threefold test. Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? If our remarks do not meet these criteria, they're likely better left unsaid. This simple yet profound guideline can transform the way we communicate and interact with others. Engaging in gossip not only harms those about whom the gossip is spread, but it also diminishes our own character and personal integrity. Stoicism teaches that our character is determined by our actions and choices. When we choose to spread rumors or engage in the discussion of unfounded information, we align ourselves with dishonesty and harm, moving away from the Stoic ideal of living a virtuous life. Reflect on this: every time we gossip, we contribute to a cycle of negativity and falsehood that ultimately undermines our own moral standing. Moreover, gossip can lead to a toxic environment, whether at work, in social circles, or even within families. It creates divisions and mistrust among individuals who might otherwise cooperate and support one another. For Stoics, the health of the community and the relationships within it are of paramount importance. They advocate for harmony and mutual respect, recognizing that a strong community can support the moral and personal growth of each individual. Imagine a workplace where gossip is rampant. How productive and supportive do you think such an environment can be? Contrast this with a workplace where trust and respect are prioritized, where people uplift rather than undermine each other. The difference is stark and speaks to the power of Stoic principles in fostering a positive community. When faced with gossip, a Stoic would advise us to either steer the conversation towards more positive or factual topics, or to politely remove ourselves from the situation. This not only prevents the potential harm that gossip can cause, but also sets a standard for others. By not participating in gossip, you reflect the Stoic values of integrity and truthfulness, potentially inspiring others to reconsider their own engagement in such discussions. This act of quiet resistance can ripple outwards, encouraging a broader culture of honesty and respect. Number 9, dealing with controlling people. Often known as control freaks, can be an overwhelming experience as they attempt to dictate every aspect of your life, leaving little room for your own opinions or desires. These individuals, whether in work environments, friendships, or family dynamics, believe they possess the only correct way to manage everything, creating a stifling atmosphere where your autonomy is continuously undermined. In such situations, the ancient wisdom of Stoicism offers valuable insights. Stoic philosophy emphasizes the distinction between what is within our control and what isn't, teaching that the most vital control we have is over our own thoughts and actions. Recognizing this truth can be liberating, allowing us to detach from the frustration of trying to change someone who is adamant about controlling everything. As Epictetus wisely noted, it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When faced with a control freak, asserting your independence involves calmly but firmly reasserting your boundaries, communicating your needs and limits clearly, and standing firm when these boundaries are challenged. It's crucial to be articulate about what you are and aren't willing to compromise on, choosing not to subject yourself to unnecessary control more than absolutely necessary. Stoicism teaches us to avoid impulsive reactions to external pressures and instead respond with reasoned choices. When interacting with a control freak, strive to maintain a composed demeanor, expressing your perspective calmly and logically, while making it clear that you expect mutual respect in return. This approach aligns with the Stoic ideal of living according to reason and virtue, promoting not only personal tranquility, but also healthier, more balanced interactions with others. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This quote underscores the essence of dealing with controlling people. While you cannot change their need for control, you can strengthen your mind to remain unaffected by it. In practical scenarios, such as a colleague micromanaging your tasks at work or a family member dictating how you should live your life, apply these principles by politely but firmly communicating your willingness to handle your responsibilities independently or asserting your right to make your own decisions. Stoicism also teaches us the importance of internalizing our locus of control, focusing on what we can control: our thoughts, reactions, and actions, which fosters resilience and emotional strength, enabling us to remain centered even in challenging interactions. By applying these Stoic principles, understanding what is within our control, asserting our boundaries calmly, and focusing on our own responses, we can navigate interactions with controlling people with grace and resilience. This approach not only protects our well-being but also promotes healthier, more respectful relationships. Remember, as Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." Embrace the courage to stand your ground, and you will find freedom from the suffocating influence of control freaks, choosing to respond with reason, assertiveness, and inner strength in the face of their controlling tendencies. Number 10, in a world brimming with constant changes and challenges, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers a guiding light for navigating the complexities of modern life. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. As Marcus Aurelius famously stated, encapsulating the Stoic approach to life's obstacles, pessimists have a unique ability to see the downside in every situation, no matter how positive or promising it may seem to everyone else. Their constant negativity isn't just a personal outlook, it can spread like a cloud over any gathering or conversation, often draining the energy of those around them. Dealing with a continuous stream of pessimism can be not only exhausting but also demoralizing, as it may begin to tint your own view of situations with doubt and cynicism. Stoicism teaches us the importance of maintaining a serene mind, untouched by external negativity. By focusing on our internal state and nurturing virtues such as patience and resilience, we can counteract the pessimistic influence and maintain a balanced perspective. Surrounding yourself with positivity is not about ignoring the reality or hardships life brings, but choosing to focus on elements that uplift and support your well-being. This doesn't necessitate cutting out every pessimistic person, especially if they are close friends or family members, but it means consciously spending more time with those who energize you and less with those who drain you. As Seneca wisely noted, associate with people who are likely to improve you. Engaging with pessimists from a Stoic viewpoint involves showing empathy, and understanding their outlook often stems from past experiences or deep-seated fears. Showing kindness and offering a different perspective can sometimes help lighten their view. However, it's crucial to safeguard your peace of mind. If someone consistently impacts your ability to remain balanced and positive, it may be necessary to limit your exposure to their negativity. Furthermore, encountering pessimism can be a chance to practice Stoic reflection, question the validity of negative statements, and consider alternative, more positive or neutral viewpoints. This exercise not only strengthens your resilience against negativity, but also enhances your ability to remain equanimous in challenging situations. Epictetus reminds us it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. By adopting a Stoic approach to dealing with pessimism, focusing on personal growth, maintaining a tranquil mind, and choosing your social environment wisely, you create a life less affected by the negativity of others. This promotes personal happiness and stability and makes you a beacon of positivity for those influenced by their own pessimistic tendencies. Navigating life's challenges with Stoic wisdom allows us to transcend negativity and foster a resilient, positive outlook. This mindset is not just beneficial for personal growth but also serves as an inspiration to others, helping to create a more supportive and uplifting community. Stoicism, with its timeless principles, provides a robust framework for dealing with pessimism and other negative influences, ensuring that we remain steadfast and serene in the face of life's inevitable ebbs and flows. By embracing these teachings, we can lead more fulfilling lives, enriched with tranquility and resilience. Number 11. Dealing with people who thrive on flattery can be challenging, as they often shower you with compliments when things are going well but disappear when times get tough or there's nothing for them to gain. Stoicism, a philosophy grounded in virtues such as sincerity, integrity, and mutual respect, offers valuable insights into handling such sycophantic behavior. Stoics believe that authentic relationships should be built on honesty and reciprocity, not dependent on one's status or success. When dealing with sycophants, it's crucial to recognize the superficial nature of their interactions and practice emotional detachment, as taught by Stoicism. This awareness helps protect you from potential emotional exploitation and allows you to focus on developing more genuine relationships. Stoicism encourages us to remain indifferent to external validations that don't reflect our true selves, cultivating self-reliance where our sense of worth comes from within. While it may be tempting to dismiss sycophants entirely, Stoicism also encourages responding with kindness and understanding, recognizing that their behavior often stems from insecurities or misguided attempts at connection. By modeling authentic and respectful behaviors, we can guide others toward more sincere interactions. Consider a colleague who praises you during successful times but vanishes when you need support. This is where Stoic wisdom becomes invaluable. By recognizing the superficial nature of their praise and remaining indifferent to it, you can maintain emotional balance and focus on your own growth and integrity. In a competitive corporate environment, for instance, you might encounter a coworker who's enthusiastic during successful projects but distances themselves when challenges arise. Instead of feeling disheartened, use this as an opportunity to practice emotional detachment and focus on your own values and work quality. Respond to such individuals with kindness, acknowledging that their behavior might stem from their own insecurities. By demonstrating authentic and respectful behavior yourself, you might inspire them to adopt a more sincere approach. Dealing with sycophants provides an opportunity to practice Stoic virtues, protecting your integrity and fostering more genuine relationships. Remember, Your sense of worth should come from within, grounded in your virtues and actions rather than external validation. This approach not only strengthens your character but also fosters a more sincere and supportive community around you. As we reflect on the various types of people we encounter, it's important to consider how these insights can transform our lives. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate a serene mind, resilience, and virtue in our daily interactions. By recognizing and understanding challenging personalities, we can better guard our tranquility and focus on nurturing uplifting relationships. The journey of a Stoic isn't just about enduring life's challenges, but navigating them with grace and wisdom, setting healthy boundaries, and preserving our mental and emotional well-being. As Seneca wisely said, associate with people who are likely to improve you. This doesn't mean isolating ourselves, but being discerning about who we allow into our inner circle. By incorporating Stoic principles into our daily lives, we learn to distinguish between what is within our control and what isn't, guiding us in making better choices about our relationships and fostering an environment where virtue can thrive. Thank you for your attention. You can now become a member of the channel by clicking the Join button under this video.